Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Monday, so we're back in for another workout session that you can do within your homes. This one's slightly different. I'm using external resistance for this, so I'm using two 10 kg dumbbells. That's all I had access for. This video was shot when I was in lockdown. I am not in lockdown anymore. I am back to normal, so we're back to normal work. I am back to the gym, which is awesome. But I know many of you out there are still not fortunate enough to go back to normality, and you still have lots and lots of restrictions on you. But that's very different for me at this point, so I'm consider myself very blessed and fortunate. However, this video could probably help you to work at home in slightly a different way as what I have done over the past 4 weeks. So like I said, I've used a couple of dumbbells. You could use any external resistance. So if you have, a couple of drink bottles or water bottles, you could use those. If you have resistance bands, awesome, that will work just fine. In fact, even better. And someday I'll post a video of resistance bands if you do have access to them, or if you can even order them online. So you have some sort of a load that you can use in a different way and just change up your training routine. As far as your repetitions and sets go with this one, now with your external load, you want to find something that actually challenges you. So by the end of your set, or by the end of, like if you're doing a time frame, for example, if you're doing 40 seconds on and 20 seconds of rest, and then you move on to the next exercise, by the time you reach 35 seconds of, like you're reaching the 40th second, that weight should challenge you. So you should be on a struggle, or so you have 1 or 2 repetitions left in your tank, and then after that you probably feel and won't be able to lift the weight. So try and find something that will challenge you to that level. And if it's not, you're basically just going through the motion and you're not really going to get maximum benefits out of your training session. So find something that has a load that will challenge you. If it is body weight, then body weight's always going to be challenging, but the volume has got to be just enough so that it challenges you and gives you that little stimulus that you drop 1 or 2 reps before you actually fail. And that is where the sweet spot is, and that's where you'll actually maximize your gains in training, even if it's at home. So here's your session for you. The first exercise is a blast push-up. So the blast push-up is simply, if you haven't watched my video, you can watch it previously, I'll link it up top, but you simply sit back on your heels and you push forwards. You're not only using the pecs, but you're also using your back muscles, because you're sitting back and pushing forward, and you've got to control your weight, or else you simply face plant. So you've got to control your weight, and that's where you use your back muscles to control that, and then again you push off and sit back. So it's a full body movement. It's actually even a core exercise because you're constantly in that plank and there's constant tension. So the first one was the blast push-up. The second one is bent over rows. So this one's a hinge pattern. So if you've done a Romanian deadlift before, you've got to sit back in a hinge. So if you watch my posture, it's extremely straight with the back, minimal bend in the knees, and then I'm drawing my elbows towards my pockets. So it's not using my biceps. I am using the dumbbells to draw back into my pocket. So my arms have got to be at 90 degrees and get a maximum squeeze into my back, and then extend the arms till they're completely straight. The next one's curl to press. So I'm kneeling down to minimize the swing. So I've got a curl, and then from there, once the dumbbells reach my shoulders, I'm going to push up till my elbows are completely straight. Now your biceps have got to get to your ears, and you reverse the movement. So eccentrically control the weight down, and then you will straighten your arms down to the bottom till the weight's completely straight. Now make sure you're not swinging. That's the whole reason of us kneeling down, so you don't get any swing. And when you stand and the weight's a bit too heavy, you tend to swing a little bit. So to avoid any kind of momentum, you've got to kneel down and then make sure that just your elbows are doing the work from the bottom up for your biceps to work. And then once they reach the weights on your shoulders, you've got to push straight up and make sure your arms lock out on the top, so get that complete movement. Trust me, this one's a core exercise as well if you do it properly with minimizing the momentum that you would gain if you were standing. The next one's a bridge pullover. This is awesome. So this is not just a pullover exercise or upper body exercise. I'm staying in a bridge, so I'm going to use my glutes and my abdomen, my entire core to stabilize my body, and then take the weights in together and go reach overhead. You can have a slight bend in your arms. That makes it slightly easier. If your arms are completely straight, it makes it harder. And then reach all the way back till the weight touches the ground and pull it back up till it's just in line with your chest. And then you repeat the motion. Your hips stay up the whole time, so you don't sink with your hips, you don't drop your hips down to the ground. Make sure you're engaging those glutes and you're engaging your entire core, so you have stability and you don't drop your hips. So you've got to have constant tension. So it's not only an upper body exercise, again, it's also a core exercise. And that's where I try and incorporate all of these things, so you're not just doing, you know, one muscle, you're using multiple muscles, which probably has more of a functional translation or transition when in general life. So the next one, the final one, is Z presses. Again, this one I am sitting down with my legs completely straight. So try and lock your knees out, and the dumbbells would be up on your shoulders, and you've got to push up. This is again sitting down so that I minimize the momentum. It's basically just to minimize the momentum. So I'm not going to use any swinging kind of motion. I'm not going to use my knees. I'm not going to use my hips to hinge and push over. It's simply using my shoulders, my abdomen, and my glutes to keep completely crunched and push the weight overhead. So big postural exercise as well, because if you slouch over, it'll be harder for you on to push the weight up. But if you're sitting upright, keeping your abdomen nice and engaged and your chest nice and out, this is a very, very good postural exercise as well. So I hope you enjoyed the session. If you do like the content, please make sure you're liking it, you're sharing it, and smash that subscribe button as well. And thank you for all of the support I've received this far. I will see you guys very soon, and stay in tune for my new venture. See ya.